we have the whole Cutter Gauthier debacle, and there's so many different ways that we can start on this. I mean, first and foremost, looking at the situation, are you pro or against players having some say and dictating where they land, or do you think that that's some bullshit?
I mean, my big thing is it is in the CBA. It is the only way that they are able to have any say over literally anything, and it is dictated that that is how it can happen. So I don't give a fuck. Yeah. That being said, I also absolutely understand anyone that's like pissed off when a kid that you draft, what was it, fifth,
I think. Which I mean,
out of nowhere decides, then like you're all excited.
Player.
And that, yeah. So I understand people be upset by that. I will never accept people going after like anyone that like messages people.
Not just Cutter Gauthier. How about
we'll go there.
The loser who decided to drag Kevin Hayes into this. He is getting
shout out Tortorella.
Yeah, shout out Tortorella. Oh my god.
Carving that turkey.
Nisha needs to put the audio in from that Tortorella press conference. But it's insane that this guy's like, oh yeah, we're going to throw Kevin Hayes in. And when Tortorella brings it up, he's like proud and like, yeah, I did it. It's my right. Okay, well, you're a fucking loser and you literally are going to affect him for the rest of his life. Kevin Hayes getting death threats. People telling him that his family should die. People saying that they're happy his brother Jimmy died. Like, what the fuck? I don't care how mad you are. I've been very pissed off at individual players, at teams. I think that Jacob Trouba and Tom Wilson are fucking scumbags. Never once crossed my mind to go and message them anything, let alone disgusting things that people do online. And here, because one fucking douchebag comes in and says, oh, Kevin Hayes is the reason that Cutter Gauthier left, people just attacked him. Went nuts. And to your point again, Tortorella, if he hasn't already played it, hopefully he'll play it now. The audio of him standing up for Kevin Hayes, who admittedly they had their differences. They didn't mesh on a team. Said he's one of the best guys he's ever been around, and anyone that drags his name through the mud is a loser.
Is the guy here? The guy here that caused Kevin Hayes a problem?
Yes.
You?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Do you think Kevin Hayes is going to do something like that?
Any last questions?
Person letting the first two by him.
It pisses me off that you guys throw that around and affect someone's life. No, Kevin Hayes and I had a problem. We couldn't come to an agreement how to play. That's a good man. That's a good man. And what you said is going to stay with him. That's what you guys don't understand. You say something, and you're going to sit there and say you have the right sources. I call. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And it's just like, this situation. First of all, I need to, and the people who are the worst, the people that have by far, in my opinion, like the people I hate the most in this situation is anyone messaging Jim or Kevin Hayes and saying that shit. And like, you're out of your fucking mind. Even if they were gaslit by that fucking idiot, like, you're gross. Like, you're a disgusting human being. You should not be allowed to watch sports or like be let out of your house, or you should have like electronics taken away from you if you can't help yourself. But to message these guys, anything like that at all, like anything, anyone that does that is a fucking lunatic. Like, I just, like you said, I couldn't even imagine having that be like, oh, I know what I should do right now.
Not what I should do, what I need to do. My duty to my country. We are going to march upon the Capitol and attack Kevin Hayes.
And like, I was about to say, I'd love to know. I actually would not love to know. I don't want to know who the fuck this guy's source is that told him that, because someone actually told him. And here's the thing. as a journalist, I would hope that you would be able to snuff out whether a source is good. Because in this situation, you are accepting on face value within 2 hours of the story breaking, by the way, like within 2 hours of this breaking, that Kevin Hayes called Cutter Gauthier. It's like, you don't want to come to Philly, man. Get the fuck out of there. And Cutter Gauthier was like, oh, I better get traded now.
Now, you know what? If he got traded to St. Louis, I would have at least been okay with it. Like, okay, there's a little bit of smoke there. But
I would have made a meal out of it. Yeah, oh yeah.
But no, this is a guy that clearly was looking for the clicks and the attention, got called out on a shit, and he's like, no, my source is solid. I won't tell you anything about it, but I got text messages. They're right here. All right, you're a fucking loser. And then to like bandy about online about it and be like, oh, look at this coming after me. Oh, poor me. Like, yeah, dude, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You piece of shit.
I kind of thought the tweet after the president was kind of funny. It was like, well, Tortorella just called me out in the middle of a press conference unprompted. Just thought that might bring everyone some joy. I was like, all right, that's kind of funny. He was just like, just so everyone knows, I just got fucking carved.
No, it's working. He's trying to humanize himself. Don't let him do it.
I will not. No,
don't buy in. But all right, so
either way, what wildly irresponsible like behavior on fucking live television.
No, that's the crazier part. It wasn't like a tweet. Like he said it on live television with confidence and arrogance. But
dude.
Let's talk about the situation at hand. Like, there's so many things being said. Obviously, the Kevin Hayes shit has been debunked. Again, if you said anything to Kevin Hayes, you're a loser and you should probably not watch us anymore. But looking at how this all unfolded, you've got professionals, right? You've got Danny Briere. You've got, say what you will about Keith Jones. I think most people respect him. Some don't. But then you've got guys like Patrick Sharp, who, I mean, not only is he handsome as hell, but the dude's got a track record. John LeClaire, like all of them trying to go out and see him and talk to him. I personally don't have a problem with the majority of this situation. I do think that it's kind of loser puppy dog shit to refuse to even talk to them when they're coming out to see you. Like, where do you fall on that?
I would say, and I forget who I was listening to talk about this today too. I think on just like taking that at face value, it optically doesn't look good. But can we flip the optics for a second? Like,
yeah, do it.
Why the fuck are they going there? Like, why are they going to the World Juniors and trying to pull him aside to talk about the fucking NHL?
Hey, I heard I heard they went to see him in Boston as well. Like, this isn't just isolated to World Juniors. And again,
yeah, that's
all
crazy.
Of this is hearsay, conjecture, whatever. But my understanding is this happened at college and overseas.
Okay, I had only heard about the going over to like the World Juniors to talk to him, where it's like, dude, like not the time or place to fucking like
fair.
Like that to me is just kind of crazy on their part to think like, oh, I know where we should do this.
Well, unless they're there scouting.
It's not a five. It's not a 5 minute chat. Yeah, but like it sounds like it wasn't a 5 minute chat.
They're just like big fanatics for World Juniors, like Isha, and they needed a way to expense the trip. They're like, all right, if we can talk to Cutter, then we're okay. Also, what a sick fucking name, Cutter.
Cutter Gauthier, yeah, it's sick.
God damn.
He's such a good player.
It's interesting, and like they've come out and basically said like, yeah, he refused to talk to us. We thought he might change his mind, whatever. It sounds like the issues developed before the Briere and Jones regime, and he wasn't willing to really hear them out on fixing it. Say what you will about that. I'm neutral. I'm indifferent, but I need to know now, like, what happened? What irked him so much that he's like, I don't want to fucking be here? Because everyone immediately goes to Torts. Dude, have you seen the videos going around where he's like basically saying like, I went up to Torts? I'm like, yo, fucking great to meet you, man. I was so excited to play for you. And Torts just turns around and is like, fuck yeah, man. I love that shit. I'm excited for you to be here too. Like, that was an interview he had on, I don't know what podcast it was, but like that happened. And I posted it on TikTok. I posted that followed by Torts being like, I don't know, I'm from a hole in the wall.
Yeah. Oh, and I mean, first of all,
that's just Torts conjecture, right?
by the way, an all-time carving session over the next like 18 hours by every member of Philadelphia's front office.
Yeah.
Just going on any radio hit anywhere, be like, you know what? Fuck them. Which, that's fine.
You know what,
that's
though?
fine.
You know what? Of all fan bases, their fan bases appreciate the shit about that. Like,
Yeah.
they are so happy. Like, yeah, that's right. We got real fucking leaders in our organization. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, like,
But-
and again, I don't have any problem with them being like, he said he didn't want to be here. You're not going to be here.
Yeah.
Like, that's fine. I don't go. Like,
Right.
that's not. Yeah, that's different than this fucking jackass reporter.
Totally.
But, yeah, I mean, it's one of those situations where like, I don't have a problem with Cutter Gauthier saying, I don't want to play here. I would like to go, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
it's not the first way it happened. And very understandable that front office members, fan bases, anybody would be upset that the kid that you took fucking 5th overall, who's one of the best prospects in hockey, all of a sudden you're now going to lose him out of nowhere. And, you know, the reports coming out about how he just like not talking to them when they were coming out to see him at different times doesn't look good either. It sounded like there was a big problem when he wanted to go pro after like his freshman year, and that pissed him off that there wasn't anything there. I don't know. From
That's
his
interesting
standpoint,
to me, though. It sounds like he wanted to be signed right away. They either wanted him to go to the AHL or didn't want him there, partially because of the overages, right? Like they were in a
that was
spot
another
where
one I
it
was
could've
trying to
pushed them
figure out.
into
Yeah.
cap overage, whatever. Let's call that a wash. It sounds like you look at the team, it was a bad fucking team. Bad culture.
I don't know why
They
anyone would
didn't want him
wanted to
there.
go there.
They did not want him there. So, like, I understand them being like, yo, either no, don't come now because this is bad, or being like, yeah, you can come, but you're going to play in the AHL because our NHL squad is not something you want to be around right now. Now, is that something that he grabbed? And he's like, all right, I got an excuse now? Because we all know that he is a huge Pittsburgh Penguins fan, worships Sidney Crosby. He's been shooting pucks into the washing machine, which, I mean, fuck, maybe that's what Beckman should have done.
Beckman should get on that program.
It's sad that we're both right on that the second I said it.
Anytime someone's shooting pucks anywhere, I'm like, Beckman?
Get out of the driveway, go in and shoot at the dryer. God damn it.
And you'll be in the NHL.